Hey guys, in order to be super successful in our benchmark, we really need to take a day and review fractional rates. I know we've been doing this via ChargeUp, but today I really want to just take a day, get it down, so these are easy. So let's look at this first one. Our recipe calls for 3/4 cup of brown sugar for each 2/3 cup of white sugar. How many cups of brown sugar per cup of white sugar? Well, I know that I'm comparing brown sugar to white sugar. My pen is your pen. What's on my video is on your paper. And I know that I have 3/4 cup of brown sugar for 2/3 cup of white sugar. How many cups of brown sugar per cup of white sugar? So per cup means 1. So I know I'm looking for this value here, so I'm just going to put that with an X. Now I can cross multiply. 2/3 times X is 2/3 X. And 3/4 times 1 is just 3/4. Now, I can either divide by 2/3 and do keep, change, flip, or I can do the same thing, which is to multiply by the reciprocal of 2/3. And the reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2. So I'm going to do that on both sides. These will cancel out. I'm left with X equals 3 times 3 is 9, and 4 times 2 is 8. Now, this doesn't really make sense to me in terms of cups, so I'm going to turn it to a mixed number. So 8 goes into 9 one time. Keep your denominator of 8, and I'm left with 1. So 8/9 is the same as 1 1/8. So for 1 cup of white sugar, I need 1 1/8 cup of brown sugar. Let's do another one. Lauren bikes 1 1/3 miles in 1/10 of an hour. What is her rate of speed in miles per hour? So I know I'm comparing miles to hour. And I know that she can do 1 1/3 miles in 1/10 of an hour. Now I'm interested in how many she can do per hour means 1. So I know my hour will get a 1, and I know underneath my miles I'm going to write an X. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cross multiply. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to actually change this value to an improper fraction so it's easier for me. So if I have 1 1/3, 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4, so this is the same as 4 over 3. Now, cross multiply. 1/10 times X is 1/10X, and 4/3 times 1 is just 4/3. Now I'm going to go ahead and multiply by the reciprocal of 1/10, which is 10 over 1. This will cancel out. Do that on both sides. 4 times 10 is 40. 3 times 1 is 3. Now again, this is an improper fraction, so I'm going to turn it to a mixed number. 3 goes into 40, 13 times? And then I'm left with, 13 times 3 is 39. Keep your denominator of 3, and 1 becomes my numerator. So in 1 hour, she can bike 13 1/3 miles. Let's do one more, then you'll practice. For every 1/6 mile that a ship travels north, it travels 3/5 of a mile west. How many miles does a ship travel north for every mile it travels west? Well, again, let's talk about what you're comparing. You can talk about traveling north versus west. And I know for every 1/6 a ship travels north and 3/5 of a mile west. How many miles does the ship travel north for every mile that it travels west? So I know west is my 1. And I don't know what my north value is, so I'm going to give it an X. Now, again, I'm just going to cross multiply. 3/5 X equals 1/6. And again, to get rid of this fraction, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal, which is 5/3. So multiply by 5/3 on both sides. This cancels out. I'm left with x equals, now multiply straight across for your fractions. 1 times 5 is 5, and 6 times 3 is 18. And that is answer choice B. Alright guys, that's it for me. You're going to practice.